Hey guys, so this is the October 2020 budget review, and starting out here, you can see that with paycheck, I got just about what I expected. I would have had just slightly less, but I think they messed up my last check and paid me for like 4 hours when I shouldn't have been paid for that, but not gonna complain. With other income here, oh, actually, let's jump back up here. So in last month's video, I think that I said that there was a $35 referral that had been paid out for somebody getting a quote with Root, but I meant to get that and actually send it to my bank this month, but I couldn't do that because I'm having some problems with the Roots app as far as getting into the referral screen. I've emailed them and I just got to follow up with them to get that fixed. So at some point in the future, that'll actually show up here. You see income there for $1, and that is categorized as money from coworker. Back at the beginning of the month when I was staying in the hotel in Philadelphia, I didn't have enough cash to get enough quarters to do laundry. So I was just asked around the table at work and someone gave me $1. Interest income is $6, and that's from all of my savings accounts combined, but mostly from the emergency fund. And then reimbursement, that $52 is a expense report that was paid out finally. It was actually from back in May. So car insurance, car payment, those were right on. And gas, this one was pretty close. It wouldn't have been that close, but I wasn't expecting to be home this long. I thought a max 2-week break. So that was pretty close. Electric went over by $1, but I think I just paid like whatever the bill was this month. So internet's right on. You do see that mobile phone has not been paid, and that is probably true. Since I've been home, I've kind of got out of the habit of paying my bills every Friday when I got paid. So I'm a couple weeks behind in doing that, and I need to jump back and do that. So that is probably true that I didn't pay that. And then probably the same thing there with gas. Figure I need to look into that and just get that paid, because I think I got the paper bill for next month just yesterday. But student loan, that's all good. And as you can see, fast food, groceries, and restaurants, I didn't spend any money on. Now, in actuality, I did, but I'm still using my per diem card. There's still quite a bit of money left on that. And I'm going to continue using that until it's gone. But there's enough on there that I'll at least be able to not have any fast food, groceries, or restaurants for the next month. And not planning on any gifts or donations. So the big line item you see here is doctor. And what that is I had 4 counseling sessions this month, 1 each week. And that's, I think, more than I've ever done. But like I said last month, we're kind of getting close to a stopping point with that. So that's why I'm just going ahead and doing them weekly, so I can just like get that over with and then cut that expense altogether. And then mortgage and rent, so that's right on as well, as is renter's insurance and my storage. With business expenses, the 203 is actually 202.50, combined with, I think I had something that I printed for a few cents, or something like that. But 202.50 is the portion that I did not cover with my business account for my office space. So my office, I have to pay rent on, and usually that money comes out of my business account, and you guys don't even see that. So then if on rare occasion I don't have enough money in the business account, of course, it still has to be paid. So that means I'm going to have to pay it from my personal account. And I should point out that this rent here is actually for November. I always try to do everything in the correct month so that it shows right on here, but I wasn't going to be back at my office before the 1st, so I wanted to make sure that I got it paid on time. So I did have to withdraw the money in October. Yeah, in clothing, I actually bought clothes, which it's incredible that I actually got it right on point, because I actually didn't even look at the budget for what clothes were. It literally just so happened that it hit like right there. I ended up getting 3 shirts. Well, no, I guess total 5 shirts. And I do think I'm going to return one of them. I'm not 100% sure yet. So you might see a return purchase in November's budget review. And then stuff for mom. Again, this is just paying her storage for her. Then taking a look at everything else. One thing here, you will see down here, there's no longer a goal for saving to the emergency fund, because I'm going to stop that until I get steady paychecks coming back in. But looking here, I had 10 cents printing. I had to make a copy of something for my neighbor. Finance charge of $24 is the interest charged to my credit card. The service fee, that's combined service fees for 2 money orders to send out the storage unit rents. And then you see here that I have a retirement contribution, which you've never seen on this channel before. And essentially what it is, I put $564 toward my Roth IRA. And the reason I did this is because what you guys don't see off camera is I have a couple of dry erase boards over here. And back to 2016, 17, 18, when things were going very badly for me, anytime I say earned something from YouTube and didn't put it toward debt, or if I, in this case, I missed a deadline for an account with an old employer that they closed out, and unfortunately got paid out to me. So it came out of retirement, and I needed the money at the time. So basically I made myself pay that back to myself. And I've paid back everything this year with this job, everything I should have saved, everything I ever borrowed against myself. And this is the last thing, was being able to pay this back. So I'm really happy. I mean, at some point I need to start contributing more to retirement and investments. But as of right now, I'm just happy to have gotten that paid back to myself. And then the gym, I did stay overnight down there. And in doing that, I had to go to the gym in the morning to take a shower. So bought a day pass there. This home, I wasn't sure how to categorize this, but essentially my last site that I worked at for my job, they shut down. And as part of that, they kind of were liquidating a bunch of items. And there was a lot of nice shelving that we had that I thought I could use for my storage. So it was actually free, but I didn't have a way to get it home because I flew home. So there was a guy there who had a truck, and I paid him $100 to drive that from Philadelphia to West Virginia. So that's what that's for. And then the home supplies, $6. I know part of that is trash bags. I'm not quite sure what the rest of it is, but something similar to that. And then work expenses, I did have to spend $1.02 for printing for an expense report that I had to submit for work. Personal care, I know that this is a mixture of different things. I got some contact solution, toothpaste, not totally sure what else, but various different items like that. I did get my hair cut. Normally it's a little more than that, but he didn't ask me to add a tip this time. So, all right, if you're not going to ask. And then laundry was $3. And laundry, this is at the hotel because I have free laundry at the apartment. but at the hotel I had to pay for it. And then air travel, $30. That's actually baggage. And again, I'm still making my expense reports and sending those out, so I should get those paid back. And then rental car and taxi. This is my Lyft home from the airport earlier this month. And then you see this uncategorized, because I wasn't really sure how to categorize this. But a friend of mine, we worked together back at Candid, and then at the job that I still technically am at, both of those places. And she just moved, and she hasn't either got her unemployment yet or started her new job. So she just asked me for some money to help pay for like food and stuff. And so I gave her $100. She's always paid me back, and she pays back with interest. So you guys should see that probably in next month's video. But let's take a look at the income breakdown for this month. All right, so looks pretty simple this month. My paycheck is a little under $6,000, and that's 99% of my income. And then other is $5,880, which is 1%. So I got paycheck. This is my expense report reimbursement, interest paid for my savings accounts, and then the dollar that I got from a coworker. So we can head over to net worth. All right, well, and as you can see, my net worth continues to go up. Looking at it in more detail here, again, you can see just a little bit of that gray line between the black dots, which hasn't happened too often until recently, but we're getting this moved up fast enough that you can see a little bit of that. So as you can see, I paid off a little more debt this month too, which I'm pretty happy about. And then getting down in here to the actual numbers, you can see that the assets went up quite a bit. And then you can see here how much the debt went down. So that's a total decrease in debt of $2,160.45. And just because I always have to make a few corrections where Mint's not quite updated, I had to add in my balance on my per diem card and then my gift cards that I have laying around as well. That ends up giving me an actual corrected net worth of negative $143,536.40. And that's an increase of net worth over last month of $6,215.52. So although I only had paychecks coming in for a couple weeks this month, I still was able to get this up to kind of a record high. But I do have to say that this is a peak right now. And at least until unemployment starts coming in for me, whether that's permanent or temporary, I'm not sure yet, or until I start working again or something like that, this is going to be the peak of it right now. I'll probably address this more either in the November budget with me or the November budget review. But essentially, I don't want you guys to get too upset. I know that recently, since I've been making a lot of progress on this, that you guys have been really excited that this just keeps going up. But unfortunately, unless I get called back to work, for a while, I'm going to have to use some of my savings, at least until unemployment comes in. And then I won't be making a lot of money for a while until things take off. So the assets should not decrease too much, although they will some, but the debts will at least stay where they are. The stuff that's paid off is going to stay paid off, and I'm not going to be accruing any more debt. So the only thing will just be, as of right now, making minimum payments on the student loans and the credit card. And, very gradually, that'll keep taking them down as well. So you can essentially think of it as, while my net worth overall is going to go down a little bit for a little while until things get better, it's really just a decrease in the assets. The debts themselves are going to stay basically the same, although going down a minuscule amount. And that's just sort of the reality of it. This is a peak for now. It's going to go down a little while, and then once the next great thing comes along, I'll be able to pay off a whole bunch more, or save a whole lot more, or whatever the case may be, and we'll get to another peak. So, I would like it to be just as simple as everything goes up from here, but that's just not the way it is right now. So my goal right now is just to take a little time to sort of get my life together, get stuff moved out of the apartment, and at least for a little while, just work on the channel, which means I'll be bringing you guys more videos. I do still have to move my stuff, so until that happens, I can't make too many promises about what I'll be bringing this month, but you should have more videos than normal, and I'm going to try to push that at least through the rest of the year. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll have the November budget with me up here soon, which should be interesting because it's budgeting essentially without income. So I'll show you guys how I think I'm going to handle that. But yeah, stick around. I'll get you some more different types of content coming here in November and December.